today I was thinking about, well, this has been on my mind all week, and I was going to talk about how a lot of times we want what somebody else have, and you don't know how they got it. So for instance, I have been studying my Bible for a while now, and I came across the story of Ruth and Boaz. And a lot of women I'll see online say, I want to find my Boaz, I want a Boaz. And they'll say how Boaz found his Ruth. And you know what? It's so crazy because I get a lot of people out there probably don't even know this, but do you know that Ruth proposed to Boaz? He didn't ask her to marry him. And if you don't believe me, you can look it up. So in the Bible, it says that her mother-in-law told her to go. She told her what to put on, what to wear, what time to go. And she told her to wait until he falls asleep and then to lay at his feet. And then she uncovered his feet. And in the Bible, that was a sign of, that was a proposal. She was asking him to marry her. So in the Bible, there's a lot of things that people don't know until they really study it and they get it wrong. But again, like, she proposed to him, and he even said, not that he said no, but he was so shocked because there was other men, you know, in their village, whatever, that was more qualified than him because he was a lot older than her. And he wanted to see first if there was any other man that was willing to be with Ruth, based on the fact that he was the cousin to her mother-in-law. And also he felt that, you know, he wasn't worthy. That's how I looked at it. That's basically, you can go and read the story for yourself. But Boaz did not propose to Ruth. She proposed to him. And then you know, eventually she became his wife. But at the end of the day, a lot of stories that we hear as kids growing up, you really don't know until you know, you read up on it. But I just want to touch on that because a lot of times we look at things that other people have and you're like, oh, I want that, and that's such a perfect love, or they so, you know, but you don't know how that person got that person. And it's not that it matters how they got together, but start reading for yourself and discover these stories and know what you're talking about before you run out and say, oh, I want a Proverbs this type of woman. You got to know what it takes to be that type of woman, and you got to know, you know, what you should be walking in and what it does, what you can do in order to, I guess, gain that type of person in your life. But yeah, that just kind of blew my mind when I realized that Ruth proposed to Boaz. He did not ask her to marry him. She asked him to marry her because she was a widow. And you know, you just read the whole story of how he saw her you know, on his property, and she was just gathering food, and he did favor her, but the mother-in-law told her